seed. So you know, after a few weeks, we'll put those into the beds, and they'll start to grow and then produce food for everybody.
And you could sell your seeds to people like me.
And that's right. The Farm of Life seeds.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'll show you the compost bins too, because a lot of raw food has come here, right?
Yep.
And they, as you know, you've been here a couple of days now. You know, people eat a lot of raw food. Here's where it goes.
Awesome.
The great thing about raw food is you put it right back into the environment.
Yep.
You know, when you eat raw food, you don't create any ecological waste. Something that's not going to biodegrade for months and years or decades to come, like plastics, right? So here's Eco Glam right here.
Yeah.
Anna, here it is. I mean, you know, this is, and then we have 3 bins, and what we do is we'll put some soil and some chips in here to get like nitrogen fixers in here.
Yep.
So we'll have different layers in here eventually. And when this starts to turn dark, we'll flip it into bin 2. And there you see the difference. It starts now getting darker, turning into a rich soil that's going to go back into the earth. And then we turn it into bin 3, and that is ready to go into the beds and be used for soil.
Oh, awesome.
We have worms we throw in there. I take some soil from the jungle and put it in there. So it's just deep, dark, rich. Fantastic. We talked a little bit about permaculture too, and permaculture has a lot of concepts where you're using the kind of bioculture of what's going on in your environment to keep bugs away. You're moving water in an efficient, eco-minded way. Another concept, we don't have a ton of permaculture concepts on this farm, but we do have some. And one permaculture concept is keeping the food around your structures. And as you can see, the restaurant is right here, and we have these wonderful lemon trees right here, right around the structures. That way it doesn't require a lot of energy to grab the food and bring it to the area where people eat food, right? It's all about, permaculture is all about efficiency, making natural use of the land for the most efficient amount of food and manpower possible. And so here you've got these beautiful lemon trees that we use for raw food prep, for teas, you name it. Also here we have edible shrubs, and it's amazing. Right now here we are in April, and they're a bit dormant, but within a month they're going to be, I mean, these things grow like weeds. May, June, July, August, September, October.
I thought that thing was dead.
No, nope, not dead at all.
Because it looks a bit crispy.
Yep, it's dormant. Actually, go ahead, try it. Try it, Anna. It's actually high in vitamin C. It's called cranberry hibiscus, and it's an edible shrub. Yeah.
Wow.
They make it into
That is
teas.
amazing.
Right. They make it in teas. You can use it for salads, all kinds of stuff. And what's amazing is that within a month, these things grow
bright red.
They grow like wheat.
Wow.
Another wonderful fruit. Let's take a look at this. I don't know if some people think pineapples grow on these big trees, right? They never know. They never know what,
how they grow.
Yeah, where's a pineapple grow? Well, pineapple grows from this like little bush, if you will, right here. And what's so amazing about the pineapple is this particular bush will produce 2 pineapples. So once this turns like a yellowy orange, I'm going to cut it with a machete, right? And this has probably got another month to go. And I'm going to cut it, and then this particular bush will grow up another one. But every single time I cut this pineapple, it's going to produce
2.
This is a sprout.
Yep.
When I eat it, and I just put it right back, and it grows another one.
Yep.
And then it produces sprouts all around.
Wow.
And I can even give you a better example. Come on over here.
Sure.
Here's another cranberry hibiscus. All edible.
Well, it's hard to keep this thing still now.
Here's a much better example. This pineapple's only got maybe a couple of weeks left, and you can see it produces this sprout, and now it produces another 7 more sprouts.
Wow.
So from one pineapple, you've got 8 new trees.
That's crazy.
Isn't it amazing how life begets life?
Yeah.
right? And that's kind of the whole preface of the raw food lifestyle, right? You know, life begets life, begets life, begets life. When we eat things that are dead, death doesn't beget death.
Yeah, that's so
you know,
true.
life begets life, and that's why people heal and get well from the raw foods lifestyle. All right, now I'm going to show you. See this pineapple? Look at this one right here. This one's just got a few days more. That one's on
so we'll
its
get to
way.
eat that when I'm here.
Yeah, you better believe it. This right here, welcome everyone to a durian tree.
Famous durian tree.
The famous durian. They grow, you know, if any of you know a lot about raw foods, the durian tree is sort of like the mother of all fruits, right? It tastes so good. This is probably going to be another 4 or 5 years before it produces any
it
fruit.
takes that long.
Yeah, it's very long. It's very slow to grow.
And it's been growing already 2 years?
A couple
or so?
of years.
Jeez.
This is about 2 years old, and it's still pretty young. Very healthy guy. So we're really happy about their growth.
Good.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them right there. You know,
Is durian really heavy? Like
super heavy. Matter of fact, people in Thailand, if you don't wear a hard hat underneath them, you can die.
Because you'd think that the stems would be thicker to hold the weight.
Well, now this tree
skinny.
in time is going to get much thicker and bigger.
In
time, right? Because
sorry,
it's
that's
young.
me being blonde.
Right. So in the next 4 years, this is definitely going to be a much stronger and more powerful tree to hold that big weight. But yeah, I mean, people in Thailand are told, you know, you got to wear a hard hat underneath this tree. There is going to be a time here where we may have to put a sign up. You don't have to wear a hard hat.
Yeah, stay away from the durian tree,
Yeah,
otherwise you'll die.
Right? So those are the infamous durian trees. And we have a similar climate here in Costa Rica to Thailand. So the trees, so a lot of the
same
fruits,
kind of things
yeah,
grow.
it's very, very similar. You can grow a lot of the same ones. Here, down here, we've got another infamous fruit tree.
Ooh,
Cacao.
Wow.
This is cacao.
Yeah.
Now again, all of our trees on this farm are young still. So we're just now, and I'll show you over here when we go over there, we're just now starting to produce fruit like we saw with the pineapples. We're just now, but in the next 3 or 4 years, this farm's going to produce a ton of food because of all the different fruits that we have here. This is the cacao. It's young. It's not producing fruit yet. Don't know 100% sure. I know everybody loves to eat the raw cacao. Really, when you move to the tropics and you see things like the cashew tree, which we're gonna see in a minute, and the cacao tree, they're fruit. So I'm not even sure if raw cashews and raw cacao nibs that people use for their raw gourmet, I hate to say it, everyone, but I'm pretty sure it's processed. I don't think it's raw. I really don't. And when you come visit here, you'll see, if you see the raw cacao fruit and the raw and the raw cashew fruit, they're eaten as fruits, and the nut has to be processed in order to be eaten raw. So, you know, I don't know 100% how they process them in order to produce the nut, but based on what I've seen now living here in the tropics for just about a full year, I don't know how in the world they could be raw. So I don't know. Just be cognizant of what you're putting in your mouth. That's all.
Something I read about cacao too is there's always a percentage of bugs ground up with the cacao as well, because they crawl all over it, and apparently it's legal to have a certain percentage in your cacao powder.
Think about
tasty.
This. Yeah, right. Do you want to eat bugs? Right. So it's something to think about.
Yeah.
This is a very healthy, and I'm really excited about it. I don't know if you guys know about jackfruit.
Yeah.
This is a jackfruit. The jackfruit, a little bit of information on the jackfruit. The jackfruit's a lot, to me, it tastes a lot like bubble gum. It's in the same, it's the same kind of cousin. It's sort of a cousin to the durian. It's very big and spiny. It's actually bigger than the durian.
Really?
Bigger.
Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, it's kind of like you eat it kind of like chicken. Sort of. You know, it's really big, and it's got a really sweet flavor. And I don't know, I like to call it the bubblegum fruit.
Are they kind of pinky red? Jackfruit. I don't know if I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've seen one.
Not really pinky red, no. Sort of like a greenish yellow. Really big and spiny. Maybe Thursday at the market we'll see one. Not sure. They're not really in season right now. But we have probably 15 or 20 of them, and they're young. This is, again, it's going to take probably 4 or 5 years to produce. And this will be a very, very big tree.
Well, you guys have so much fruit and stuff that you might even sell it.
We may, absolutely. We'll have so much that we can't even eat it. It'll go bad on us. So either that or we'll hold the Jackfruit retreats and the Durian retreats and stuff. So stay tuned to our blog because we may say, hey, this is in season if you want to come visit us, or if you want to retreat, come on and, you know, and try all this fruit right from our trees. And that, as everybody knows, raw food is, I mean, you know, growing it, the #1 best way to get the most life force energy out of food is to grow it yourself. Yeah. And that's what
you can't get fresher.
You know, local, seasonal, organic at a market is probably the second best. But #1, grow it yourself. Yeah. You know, with love, you know, and with a lot of intention to help heal, you know. And so when you pick it and eat it, it's got all that life force energy in it. So,
cool.
Let's go see some more trees.
Fabulous.
Here we have some strange exotic fruits that I got online, right? Because I was so excited. I had my own farm, and so I wanted to grow as many tropical fruits as possible. And so this is the abiu tree. It's not native to Costa Rica, but it's a native Polynesian tropical fruit tree.
Oh wow!
And it tastes something similar to like a pearish mango, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, it does.
You know, it's I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but it's really good. It's really, really good. So stay tuned for that. This will be ready earlier. This will be ready in a couple years.
Awesome.
Yep.
I have to come back.
You better come back.
Many times, I think.
Anytime. Anytime. You're welcome back here.
Thank you.
Okay, we have to talk about this one now.
Noni!
Yes. You even knew what it was.
I think they look amazing. Amazingly weird.
Yeah, this is the infamous Noni tree. And the Noni tree is, you know, people pay $40, $50, right? A bottle in England and in the States. And they tout it for everything. It can cure everything. And I can say truly now from trying the fruit itself, it truly is very, very, very medicinal fruit.
Wow.
It's extremely medicinal. It has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. I had fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, which is an autoimmune disorders. This thing can cure autoimmune disorders.
Wow.
Now, here's the drawback. It tastes like shit.
It does. It doesn't
taste good. As a matter of fact, we've got one down here that, you know, I may bring up, and, you know, you can hide it in juices and you get the benefit from it, but it doesn't taste very good at all. But I tell you what, I've been able to train myself to be able to eat one just raw like this.
Do it.
And I can tell you what, I've got energy. Sure. Take a bite. Just grab it. It's so good. It's actually not. But I don't mind it.
It's good for you.
I don't really mind the taste of it.
Yeah.
Some people think it's nasty. It tastes a little bit like blue cheese. But I can tell you this. You want like your libido to shoot through the roof. You want arthritis and things like that to go away. This is it. Right here. It's really, really good. And it's really good for you. Drawback is taste, no doubt.
Yeah.
And that's why the $40 Noni bottle's been mixed with other stuff.
That's right.
But you hide this in juices, or you come here to visit, we'll hide it in a juice for you. Yeah. And it may really help pain-related disorders.
Wow.
It's really, really good.
Amazing.
I'm going to save this for tonight. Put this in my pocket.
That's your dessert?
It's my dessert, yeah. Do you want to try it, Anna?
No. Oh, no. I will. All right. I will.
We're on camera now. You got to... Okay.
Oh, fuck.
It tastes like...